Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you this Peerlite Diamond Deluxe Double Diffused batten. Okay, now this is actually a batten that I recently scored off Gumtree. Okay, I got this double batten alongside two single ones off Gumtree, so that was quite a good deal. I've actually been after the double version in the diffused for a while. Okay, you might remember earlier I showed you the single version. Okay, I've now finally gotten the double version. Okay, so this batten here is the double version in the diffused made by Peerlite. Okay, now this is the technically one of these. Okay, you can see those down there. Those are the bare versions. Okay, but this one's the diffused version. Okay, so we'll take a look at it. Okay, so this is the double version. If you can see on the end there, you can see the lamp holder here is slightly different shape to the single version. It's got the end cap here is extended. It has these extended parts here so it can reach the side of the lamp holder. Okay, now this is actually an older version. Okay, the newer versions of these Peerlite Deluxe battens actually have white end caps. They're not transparent like these. Okay, so the end caps are actually white. Okay, and the lamp holders are a slightly different shape. This part here is completely square. It doesn't have any angles. Okay, it's completely square, and the lamp holders are white. Okay, and they're a little bit smaller too. So that's the newer model. This is the older model. Okay, now I have the single one out here just to show you the difference between it. Okay, you can see the difference in the lamp holder here. Okay, that's the single lamp holder. This is the double. Okay, the end cap is different. Okay, so that's the single one. Okay. Now, both of these, of course, are LED only. I've converted both of these to just run LED tubes only. So, when I did the video on the single one, it was able to run fluorescent, but not anymore. It's for LED only. Okay, so that's the single one there. We're just gonna push him over there because we're not talking about him. We're talking about this one. Okay, I also put the a removable power port on it as well. I've actually done the same with this one too. Okay, just to make it more convenient. Now, there's no switch on the batten, of course. That's because I decided instead of putting a switch on the batten, I can just use this switched operated cord. Okay, it's just a little bit easier, save me having to put a switch on the batten. If I want to in the future, I can put a switch on the batten. Okay, but for now, I've just using a switched cord. Okay, so this is the Diamond Deluxe made by Peerlite. So this is the double version. Okay, so this is 2 by 9 watt LED. Okay, but originally it would have been 2 by 18 watt fluorescent. Okay, so this is quite a cool batten. Okay, and the diffuser here is wider because of the wider lamp holders. Okay, but the chassis is the same. Okay, this chassis is narrow, so this is a narrow chassis. Peerlite do have wider chassis battens, the Nipper. Okay, which is different to this. Okay, and these battens were also available in WireGuard versions, okay, and I think there were also emergency versions available. Okay, but these are just standard 240 volt, there's no emergency buttons or anything like that. Okay, so we'll turn it on. Okay, there we go. Now, of course, being LED, it's just going to turn on instantly, so there's no blinking. Okay, but yeah. So this is neutral white. Okay, this is what the tubes that you got with these battens when you bought them. Okay, most fluorescent battens you actually got with neutral white tubes by default. Okay, the only time you see them with cool white is if someone's replaced the tube, but mostly they come with neutral white by default. Okay, with LED tube options, you can get neutral white, cool white, or warm white options. Okay, so we'll take a look through here. If you can see, you can probably see the tubes in there. Okay, you can see it right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this diffuser off. Okay, so I'm going to set my iPad here because I need both hands to do it. Okay, so I'll switch this off. Okay, so we're going to take the cover off. So to do that, you just pull on the end here. Okay, the diffuser is a little difficult to get off because of these lamp holders. It actually has to go around the lamp holder. So to get it off, you just lift up on it. Okay, there we go. Okay, off it comes. Okay, so now I've gotten the diffuser off. Okay, so this is what it looks like without the diffuser on. Okay, now this one here being a double batten, the plate of course is extended. The single one had shanks on the sides, and this one here has got an extension and then the shank. Okay, because it's a double batten, so the plate is extended to accept the diffuser. Okay, so these are your end caps here. Okay, now this part here actually comes off. Okay, you can actually pull that off to make it more easier to put the diffuser on. Okay, so you just squeeze this and it pops off, and then you can put the diffuser on. The tubes I have in here are two SAL neutral white LED tubes. If you can read that stamping right there. These are the newer ones. Okay, they have the extended end cap and the glass, and it feels like glass. Now I did do a video on comparing the older to the new, so if you've not seen that, you can go back and take a look. Now these are Type A LED tubes, so they require starters, which are these. Okay, if you don't have those in there, the tubes won't work. And of course, this batten has no ballast in it, so you can see the sticker there. It's for LED only. That's the type of starter you can use. You can use any LED tube starter with these Type A tubes. They all interchange. Okay. Now I did have to rewire this batten a little bit to accept it, because the way it was originally wired, okay, only one tube was lighting up at full brightness. The other one was a bit dim. Okay, so I just rewired the batten a bit, and that fixed the problem. Okay, we'll turn it on without the diffuser on. Okay, so this is what it looks like without the diffuser on when it's running. Okay. Now, some of these battens I still see, but sometimes they're missing their diffusers, okay? But this is what it looks like without the diffuser on. Sometimes the diffusers are missing off of these, okay? Because some people just take them off and they don't bother putting them back on, or they lose them, or they break them, okay? And to try to get replacement diffusers, I think for this model now, I think is actually very hard, okay? Very difficult, okay? Because since this model, the old version is no longer made. It was discontinued when the new version came out. Okay, so you can get ones for the new version easily, but the older ones, I don't think it's not that easy. Okay, and I think the older ones are a bit smaller, so it might not work. Okay, another thing with the newer ones is the plate shanks only go to here on the older one, and only goes here. On the newer ones, it actually goes all the way around, and there's a bit of a shank here. Okay, so the newer ones are a bit different. Okay, and the diffusers on the newer ones, they don't have these shanks. Okay, they only go to about here, so that's different. So you wouldn't be able to interchange them anyway. So, okay, but if you lost a diffuser, you might be lucky enough to come across an old batten or something someone's throwing out. Okay, and you can just take the diffuser off that or strip it for parts. Okay, but when this was made, I think the replacement parts would have been the lamp holder, the end cap here, the diffuser. Probably the plate, okay, and the other replacement parts would have been tubes, of course. Tubes are easy to replace. The starters, okay, the screw, you could easily get a screw for it, okay, but since it's now no longer made, this model, okay, you really can't. Okay, the only parts that are replaceable easily now is generally the tubes, the starters, the screw, the wiring, the terminal block, and of course the lamp holder. Well, not this actual plastic part, but these actual parts that the tubes go in are easily replaceable. Okay. Okay, that's because they're just they actually separate. Okay, so these and these are actually two separate pieces. So to replace them, what you do is you just simply pull it out. This whole plastic cover actually comes off, and then you can replace and rewire it if you need to. Okay. Now and of course, yeah, it tells you not to run the power in from this end, but technically it's the just a shorting end. So yeah. Okay, because some battens actually don't have starter. They might have just the live and neutral going onto one end of the batten, and they advise you not to connect it to that end because you can cause a short. So you just put it in the right way. Okay, so yeah, so that's a Pierlite Deluxe diffused double batten. Okay, so this is what the double version looks like. Okay, I actually like the design of the lamp holders too. I like this shape here. I like the shape here. Maybe in another video I might do a comparing on both the single and the double together. Okay, but for now we're just showing you the double one. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put the diffuser on. Once again, I'm going to need both hands. Okay, so we're going to set my iPad down here. The camera's on that side of it. Okay, and I'll just show you how you take these parts off of them so you can. Okay, I'll just show you how you do it. So what you need to do is sometimes it's a bit tricky. You actually need to squeeze this. Sometimes I can get it off. Sometimes it's bits. All right. You just need to squeeze that. Okay, and it will come off. Okay, so that part there comes off. Okay, if you can see that. I'll just get this picked up again. Okay. You see that comes off like that. Okay, now we can put the diffuser on. Okay, we'll slide it back on. Okay, so what you do is you just put it on here. Okay, it will sit on the plate. You slide it on there. Okay, and on this side of the batten, you need to just line it up and you just push it down. Okay, and then it goes back down. And then you take your end, your part, and just clip it back on. Okay, and you're done. The batten is all back together. Okay, so that's how you do it. And the same with the single one. Okay, once again. So that is my Peerlite Deluxe Diamond Diffused Double Batten. So I hope you enjoyed, and that'll be it.